Now, the need to integrate the marginalized group and the new generation, the Gen Zs, into the workforce in Nigeria formed discussions at a one-day stakeholders dialogue to strengthen workforce on Thursday in Lagos. Details in this report. The issue of labor and employment have remained a source of concern to human resources practitioners and even regulators. Today, stakeholders from EPN, NECA, ILO are working assiduously to tackle rising challenges as it revolves around discrimination against persons with disability, women, youths, particularly on how to integrate them into the workforce. These stakeholders at a one-day stakeholders dialogue to strengthen workforce integration maintain that all hands must be on deck to achieving the purpose.
This dialogue provides us with a unique opportunity to collectively reflect on the challenges and opportunities in building a more inclusive, dynamic and productive workforce in Nigeria. In today's world, where economic transformation depends largely on human capital, the need for collaboration among government, employers, labor unions, training institutions, development partners, and civil society organizations cannot be overemphasized as enshrined in the core objectives of Nigeria's revised National Employment Policy, NEP 2025. At this juncture, it is important to note that workforce integration is not only about jobs alone. It is about ensuring that every Nigerian, regardless of their background, skill set, or circumstances, is able to contribute meaningfully to national development.
We affirm that no single stakeholder can address workforce integration challenges in isolation. I urge us all to participate actively, sharing experiences, generating ideas, and proposing actionable solutions that will strengthen employability pathways, promote decent work, and accelerate sustainable economic growth for Nigeria.
While they speak on existing gap that must be filled with urgency, they highlight weak policies and non-implementation and limited resources as some of the major challenges hindering an effective workforce.
The new generation of workers. And that means our policies, our hiring policies and the organizations, workplace policies, even our analysis, you must make sure that there's an inclusive thing. So in workforce analysis, conducting workforce analysis by the HR leaders themselves, they must ensure that different categories of workers or marginalized groups are included. The women, like I talked about, women who want to come back to work. They should have a place in that. They should be able to come back to work. The youths should have the opportunity to come back to work, to get jobs. The people with disabilities should have a place. They are very smart and intelligent people. The new generation, the Gen Zs, of course the Gen Alphas are coming, they must have a place. So in the workforce planning, the HR leaders should make sure that they capture all these different categories and have them represented. They can have quota, quota for each of these marginalized groups.
Stakeholders to look at the new world of work, the way we operate, the recruitment process, the integration of the Gen Zs and perhaps Gen Alphas, the way we do things before now have changed. And of course, given the advancements in the technology, we have a lot of new things coming up. Like before COVID, before 2020, we hardly heard of Zoom and other virtual meetings, but today it's what we have in vogue. That even today we have companies that are working remotely, that a good number of their workers work remotely. And
in conclusion, their unanimous submission is the urgent need for government and private organizations to collaborate to achieving an enhanced workforce. Adenike Uweye Ajiboye, Superscreen News.